pretty big news, some pretty sweet stuff. What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a good week. I just got back from the wrap shop with the car a little while ago. Unfortunately, a little bad news. I didn't supply the print file for the car, so they weren't able to wrap it. Never had a car wrapped, so I don't exactly know the process. Apparently, they needed a print file. So they had the pictures of the livery, so I thought that's what they were going off of. I didn't know they needed a file, so. But changed plans a little bit. I actually kind of am getting a little more of what I wanted. There's one spot on the car that I wanted to be wrapped, not a different color, but yeah, I guess a different color, but it'll be sick anyway. So they were going to print the whole livery, and now instead of printing the whole livery, they're wrapping the two main colors, and then they're going to put all the livery stickers over that. So I can show you one of the colors, which is really cool because it doesn't give away much. So, and you kind of figured it out. And if you've been tuning in, you probably figured out what the other color is, or if you've been actually paying attention. So this is all white. So hood's gonna be a different color. These cutouts are gonna be a different color, and then the rest of the car is gonna be a different color. Again, I'm not gonna show you or tell you, but if you look back at some videos, you can see a little bit of that other color. So I've got my fuel system here as well. Fuel Lab, unfortunately, they've had some backups and delays with their brushless pumps and controllers. So that's what's been taking a while for me to get the Fuel Lab brushless pump for the Corvette. I'm really excited to get one, but unfortunately it's not going to be for a little bit. So I ended up making a little hanger right here with two 340 pumps. So this should work. Dual, it's a -8 feed and a -8 return. I'm going to bump it up to a -10. Feed hose still has a fuel level sensor, factory fuel level sensor. So hopefully all that works. I've just got to punch bulkheads through it. There's a lot of just craziness going on. So I still need to finish plumbing the water to air intercooler plumbing. I still got to finish plumbing the radiator. I think there's only one hose left on that. I've got to do clutch line, brake lines, fuel lines, just an absorbent amount of stuff. So I'm really hoping by the end of the weekend, I might hear this thing pop off. That's what I'm really shooting for. I still need to plumb all the waste gates, but so I have a lot. I have a ton to do still. I'm really hoping that I can make it all happen. I think probably tonight, tomorrow night. I'm going to have some late nights for sure. Tonight, it's already like 9:30, 10 o'clock maybe. So I've got a lot to do, but it's sick. The car is looking really awesome. I'm really stoked. It's so cool to get it back and actually like take a break from just like getting everything done to actually look at it. Cause like I never really looked at it. I like threw it together, got everything sanded, and then it immediately had to go to wrap. So I'm gonna make like one hose here to go from my degas bottle and expansion tank over to the radiator so it fills the radiator. I've got to do my -20 AN hose that goes from the water pump to the radiator. Yeah, there's just a lot of little stuff. Throw the axle back in it once it's running and moving. I still got to put a new connector on here because my stupid butt decided to order the wrong connectors and I didn't realize it until I went to plug it into the sensor, of course. So dash is in the bezel. So my buddy Keith Williams, he 3D scanned and then reverse engineered a bezel for me. So this is the finished product. He did a really great job. This looks killer. It's got his logo and then my logo in the back. So it's pretty cool. Cool thing is we can kind of modify it from here. This isn't really for a stock C5. So these tabs down here and here, those are for like, I've got to make tabs because I got rid of all the factory dash stuff. So nothing's really holding that in the bottom on the factory bezel essentially. So, but we'll be able to put a Pro Dash in there or something else as well. So pretty cool. I'm really stoked on that. Next year I might try to make a Pro Dash work with the Link, because I really do like the Pro Dashes. The Pro Dashes are just super user friendly, and they're pretty much unlimited as to what you can do with them. Like, it's crazy. You can lay out the gauges however you want, set warnings. I had like oil temp, coolant temp warnings just flash across the screen on the caddy, and it was really neat. So another thing I did get done right before it went to the vinyl shop that I didn't record is I got my wastegate dumps done. Well, not done. This one's done, and then I decided to shoot the other one out the bottom. So if you look right here, wastegate dump is pointed down. They're right in line with each other. So I think at night it's actually going to look really cool with just fire shooting out up top and at bottom, and then out the back. So, but I'm going to keep going on my fuel pump setup. I've got to just put some wires through, and then I can put it in the clean the tank out, put it in the tank, and then I got to move it around and put it on a lift, and I can put the tank up and start wiring and finish plumbing that anyway. I am still waiting on the fuel filter and the filler neck. Once that stuff is here, then I can finish up the fuel system, and that should be here tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna get going. I don't know how much I'm gonna record because I've just got a lot to do. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll keep you updated. All right, big update. So it's been a minute, a couple days since I started recording this vlog. Doesn't look like I got a lot done, but it's all really time-consuming stuff. So, got ignition coils mounted. I ended up using the BTR brackets. I didn't really want to, especially on that side, and I'll show you why in a sec. But plug wires are also made. I got these plug wire kits from Tons Performance. Come with ceramic boots and then wires that have a ton extra, as you can see. So it's actually, they're nice 8mm wire. They seem to be nice quality, and you just crimp your ends on. This is the reason I didn't really want to run them, is because of this up and forward header. So this plug wire is virtually sitting on it. This header is wrapped, and then I'm also gonna put a heat sleeve on it. So I'm really hoping that that solves any issues with heat. I guess we'll find out. So coils are on and mounted. I also got these coolant hoses for my intercooler made. So the reason I routed them the way I did, so they start from my bulkhead and wrap around the back of the motor and around the front and here. So there's two reasons. A, I didn't want to go this way up over all the hot crap because this is supposed to stay really cold. Around the back of the motor is still hot, but it's a little bit colder. And then secondly, the reason I did this, if I need to pull a motor for any reason or get to anything under there, I can pull the intercooler out and just literally set it on the ground next to the car because I have so much extra hose. I don't need to actually undo the cooling system and then have to reprime it and everything. So that's cool. I also got my clutch line done. My clutch delay valve's down there mounted on the frame. The line comes up here, goes into the master. I've got a cap on the master now because I still need to bleed it. And my stupidity, I forgot to bench bleed it. So I'm really hoping that I can get all the air out of it. I might need to jack the front of this thing way up. I already tried. Secondly, got my Fuel Lab fuel pressure regulator mounted. That was super easy. All I did was use the Fuel Lab bracket, opened the holes up a little bit, and then bolted it underneath the bracket for the coils. So that's really cool. Last thing and the other thing I got done, I'll put you up here in a minute. Oh yeah, there's another thing I got. I got this Vibrant catch can mounted. This thing's sick, by the way. I don't know if you guys have, anybody's seen these yet. They are freaking awesome. Vibrant makes a wicked nice catch can. So it's got a built-in breather. There is a baffle built inside. They have 2 and 4 port. The 4 ports don't have this filter because they're made to be recirculated back into the intake. the 2 ports do. They have, I think, 3 different size catch cans, but they're killer. I mean, that filter looks so nice. This bracket, it's stainless, so it won't rust on you. And then you can clock it almost 360 degrees. So I really recommend you getting one of those. That thing is kick ass. And it should do just fine for my little turbo 4.8. All right, so other thing I got done is the fuel tank. All right, so the other thing I got done is fuel tank is back in the car. I've got my pigtail here that has a Deutsch connector on it. And then I was able, this is my vent hose. I still got to cut that, wire it together and put it to a bigger one and run it up high. And then I built this pretty fancy, nice stainless filler neck that runs to a filler hose that once I get my Fuel Lab fill cap, that'll go there. These are my fuel lines. Once I get my Fuel Lab fuel filter and dash 10 ethanol sensor, that'll go here somewhere, and then the hoses will go there. The return I just put like that because it'll make ease of removing the fuel tank easier. So that should be pretty sweet. But yeah, that's an update as to where I'm at right now. I'm gonna continue working on it, and I can't wait to be able to have gearing options. That's gonna be so nice. So I've got to finish plumbing the intercooler now. I've got 2 hoses to make. This one that goes to the bulkhead, and then this one right here from the top goes to the bulkhead as well. So yeah, really, we're getting there. Little tech tip for you: if you're running these vibrant banjo hose ends, remove the snap ring. There's a washer under it, and then you can pull this off without unthreading the orb from whatever it is. It makes it way quicker. Well, officially at list making time. Oh, so much left to do. All right, so it's been a minute since I've given you guys an update. It has been a hell of a week. I obviously didn't get a video out last week, and I apologize for that. But got some pretty big news, some pretty sweet stuff. So I was able to get the fuel system all set up and done, all plumbed. I got water in the cooling system, everything. The motor's been run, it's been up to temp. Working on the rear brakes, I realized that I can't read, apparently. So FDF says in their instructions for their kit that you got to run C6 stuff. So it's like C6 Z06 rotors and calipers. However, the calipers are super expensive, and I didn't have the rotors around. But we just did some 6th gen Camaro brakes, and the rotors were still in good shape. So I saving them. So obviously, no matter what I got for rotors, I needed to re-drill because I re-drilled my hubs to 5x114.3. So I re-drilled these. They're the right offset, and then the bore for the center is a little off, so I just opened it up the burr bit. And then I made an adapter bracket that I still got to finish, but I got the basic design of it. I got my filler neck in, Fuel Lab filler neck thing. This fill plate is so nice. It looks so good. It fills really fast too, so that's sick. I got a lot to do still, and but yeah, we're plugging along. I've got to finish mounting the dash. I got to do power steering hoses. I still got to do all the rear brake lines. I've got to space my fan shroud out away from the radiator, because when the fans are whipping at like 90% duty cycle, they are touching the radiator, so that's not great. Again, still a lot to do, but I got a lot done. So yeah, I'll try to keep you guys updated as much as possible. All right, let's see if this thing will fire. Alright guys, so just basic stuff going on here. Talked with Golan, see what they wanted me to do to see the rings in the motor. They just wanted to run for 20 minutes, 2,000 RPMs. Got drive shaft all in and everything. Just running the fairness through the gears, making sure it goes. There's no clutch right now. Literally just jamming it in the gear, making sure that it's upshift, downshift, shifter feels good, everything works. So it all felt great. Did a little messing around with the aim dash. Got my little logo there, custom layout. Alright, so now just getting ready to take it for its first drive. So really excited. So yeah, I'll let you guys to it, let you hear all the noises this thing makes. Alright guys, well, it's been a couple of days since I really recorded anything. Car's running, driving, as you saw. I still got to put rear brake lines in it, and just button a bunch of stuff up. Turbo Mike's been working with me at night when he can, trying to get everything programmed. I had to order another cable to run CAN 1, 4 CAN 1 out of the link to be able to control my power steering pump. They run on the networks run on different frequencies, and I don't want to slow the PDM dash, all of that network down, because it will probably have some delays and stuff. So I'm going to use the other network that the Link ECU has to control just the power steering pump. So all of that should work. But yeah, other than that, it's just buttoning stuff up. I got to get an alignment done on the car. The goal is next Friday. I don't know if I'll have a video between now and then, but the next Friday, the 15th, I believe, is going on the dyno. We're going to go from the dyno to Lock City with the car and test the car Saturday. So that's the hope anyway. Unfortunately, I was really hoping to make it to Hyperfest, but I don't think that's going to work. It's just too close. We would have to leave the 14th to make it to Hyperfest on time for the 15th, and the car won't be tuned. The car's actually getting alignment on the 14th, I think, right now. I don't know. I might just do it myself, but regardless, not enough time in the day, not enough time. I'm still waiting on some parts, so. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you're enjoying the videos. Again, sorry for the lack of detail, but we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.